As we enter 2024, the year of Peak 65, in which more Americans will turn 65 than any other time in history, it's more imperative than ever to design for healthy aging. As our population ages, challenges such as reduced mobility, social isolation, and cognitive decline become increasingly vital to address to ensure health throughout the lifespan. Our project explores design solutions across the design continuum that utilize the linkages between spaces to create accessible, enriching environments that enhance mobility, intergenerational social cohesion, as well as sustainability, with the overarching goal of designing for brain health.
To begin, we developed the dual persona of Carol and Lucy. Lucy is 71, a professor at the University of Michigan, an environmentalist and climate activist. She is also a primary caregiver to her partner, Carol. Carol is 74, a retired radiologist, a hobby gardener, and has declining physical health due to osteoarthritis and occasionally uses a mobility scooter or wheelchair. Their key challenges are mobility, isolation, and stress and stagnation. Carol's osteoarthritis is hard on her joints, and Lucy doesn't have a driver's license, so they mostly rely on public transportation. Carol's mobility and therefore access to spaces are reduced, and she feels a lack of mental stimulation and community support. Lucy is always also worrying about Carol, which is detrimental to her own mental health. This was our assigned project site, the area around the Ann Arbor Library, the Pittsfield branch. The area has a preschool, childcare center, hospice, and senior living facilities with grocery stores a short distance away. Lucy and Carol live in a single-family home just south of the library. There are many challenges at the site, including several aspects contributing to unpleasant and potentially unsafe pedestrian experiences, including missing sidewalks, very few crosswalks. The sidewalk is very narrow and shared with cyclists, and the trail from the library to the residential area isn't lit at night. There are bus stops without sidewalks, benches, or shelters. There's a lack of public outdoor seating and recreation areas, and an overall sense of disconnect between public, commercial, and residential areas.
Next, we considered what features and design considerations Lucy and Carol would be looking for in a neighborhood. For example, wide, even sidewalks might invite further pedestrian traffic. Outdoor seating allows for taking breaks and welcomes people. And having social green spaces invites residents to spend time outside and demonstrates a priority of community health. We realized that some design considerations like public transportation are already available and easily accessible to Lucy and Carol, but things like engagement activities and sustainable neighborhood programs are not fully available or accessible, and others are not available at all. Taking all our findings into consideration, our immediate attention focuses on design changes that improve the pedestrian experience and allow for increased mobility. For the near future, our design intervention focuses on expanding the threshold of these connecting spaces, promoting social cohesion through accessible and enriching public areas. Looking ahead to the future, all linking spaces should be intentionally designed for active use, including for community events and social programming, physical activity, and play spaces. These design solutions span the design continuum, incorporating products like accessible seating or solar lights to landscape design and policy changes. We considered these modules for utilizing the green spaces in the neighborhood. These could be incorporated in various spaces and places at our site, as indicated here. Taken together, the site could go from looking like this with a small allocated pedestrian path and expansive unused green space to looking like this.
Our design interventions intentionally work to improve accessibility, mobility, social cohesion, enrichment, and sustainability, while also contributing to improved brain health by addressing the 6 pillars. Physical activity, exposure to nature, sense of safety, and social capital all contribute to stress reduction, the 1st pillar. Playgrounds, enhanced biodiversity, and social engagement all provide mental stimulation to engage the brain. Expanded areas for community gathering, improved pedestrian experience, and community engagement programs all build social capital. The pillar Eat Right is touched upon by community agriculture initiatives, as well as through designing for increased mobility, which expands access to grocery options. We know healthy sleep can be connected to increased daylight exposure, physical exercise, and reduced stress. And lastly, by enhancing the pedestrian experience and designing playgrounds and accessible green space, we further incentivize regular physical activity. By implementing these simple design interventions in neighborhoods across the world, we can significantly enhance the quality of life in our communities and ensure brain health throughout the lifespan, while at the same time designing for the health of the planet and future generations.